That night, I stayed awake. I could feel it watching me. The red bowl sat still on the kitchen shelf, yet it pulsed, beating like a second heart. The scratch on my arm burned. I started hearing whispers when no one was talking, seeing shadows in corners where there was nothing. Then, around midnight, I saw something. From the crack under my door, a black liquid began to seep in slowly, creeping like oil. It didn't spread, it crawled, forming a trail toward my bed. I jumped up, grabbed my wrapper, and burst into the hallway, and there it was, the red bowl, sitting in the middle of the floor, full again, but not with food, with blood. My blood. I ran to Mama's room. She was awake, kneeling before the family altar. Her face was wet with tears, but her hands were steady, holding a razor blade and a white cloth soaked in something dark. "We can stop this," she said. "We just have to give it something else." Mama locked the door, lit 3 candles, laid the red ball between us. "It's not just hunger," she whispered. "It's ownership. The ball binds us. The firstborn must feed it willingly or by force." I backed away. "You want to kill me?" "No," she cried. "I want to trade you. There's a difference." She reached for a small calabash under the bed. Inside it was a lock of my hair, a strip of my wrapper, and a stone with my name written in charcoal. She had been preparing this. "If the spirits accept the trade, you'll live. But someone else must die in your place." A knock came at the front door. 3 times. Then silence. We froze. I crept to the window and peeked out. It was Kunal. But his eyes were completely black. The door creaked open on its own. Kunal stood there, but he didn't step inside. He just stared at Mama and me with those pitch-black eyes. And even though his lips never moved, I heard him speak. "The bowl is hungry. The blood it wants lives in this house." Then he turned around and walked away barefoot into the darkness. The candles flickered. Mama collapsed to the floor, sobbing. "He's not real. He's not real. That thing isn't Kunal." But she was wrong. It was Kunal. Or at least what was left of him. The next morning Mama was weak. She hadn't slept, and her eyes looked odor-haunted. I tried to feed her rice and stew, but she pushed the plate away. "You were never supposed to find out," she whispered, staring at her lap. "Find out what?" She didn't speak. She just stood, walked to the old cupboard, and pulled out a rusted iron box. Inside it were photographs, letters, blood-stained cloth, and at the bottom, a birth certificate with a name scratched out. "That's your real father," she said, placing a faded photo in my hand. It was a man with kind eyes, standing beside a young Mama. They looked happy, whole. He was the first to eat from the red bowl. The very first. I froze. "You killed him?" Tears streamed down her face. I didn't know what I was doing. My grandmother said it would protect us, that it was the only way to give birth to a child strong enough to survive the land's curse. She reached out, touching my face. "You are the result of that sacrifice, Adora. The bowl belongs to you. You're not cursed. You're the beginning of the curse." The walls groaned as if the house had heard her, and for the first time in my life I felt it too. The bowl wasn't just watching me anymore. It was following me. Later that afternoon, a knock came again 3 times. This time, it wasn't Kunal. It was an old woman wrapped in white, barefoot, with chalk on her face and a staff made of twisted wood. Her eyes were pure white. Blind. But she looked directly at me and said, "I've come for the bowl." Mama gasped. "Who are you?" The woman didn't answer her. She reached into her cloth and pulled out a gourd marked with black symbols. "That bowl carries the hunger of ancient spirits. It should have been buried with the last priest of walkway, but someone woke it up. Someone fed it again. She looked straight at Mama. You fed it. Mama fell to her knees. Please help us. The woman shook her head. I can destroy it, but there is a price. What price? I asked. Her answer was simple. 1 living heart. Blood not yet claimed by the bowl. My heart sank. Mama looked at me in terror. No, she's not part of the deal. She's mine. The old woman turned to her slowly. She was never yours. Her father paid with his life. The child belongs to the land. That night, the woman prepared the ritual. The red bowl was placed in the center of a circle of hot charcoal and powdered bones. She began chanting in a language older than the village itself. The house trembled. The wind screamed. I was standing at the doorway when the floor cracked and the ball levitated into the air, spinning fast, faster than stopped mid-air, and poured out blood that wasn't there moments before. It has fed enough, the old woman said. Now it wants its air. Suddenly the fire leapt toward me. I screamed, falling backward, but it didn't burn me. It wrapped around me like a cloak, and in that moment I saw visions. Visions of a dark forest. A ritual. My father screaming. My mother kneeling in blood. The red bowl glowing, and a baby me wailing as the bowl pulsed beside my cradle. I wasn't just born into the curse. I am the curse. The fire died down. The old woman was breathing heavily, her staff now cracked. The spirits have spoken, she said. You are bound to the bowl, but you still have a choice. What choice? I whispered. Let it live through you, or bury it with your own blood. Mama screamed. No, there has to be another way. The woman turned to her. You were given a gift, and now it demands a gift in return. Mama grabbed the bowl and flung it across the room, but it didn't break. Instead, it cracked the wall, and red smoke poured out. And inside the smoke I saw him. My father. His voice was soft but broken. Finish what I started. End it, Adora, before it takes you to. I locked myself in my room after seeing my father's ghost in the smoke. His voice haunted me. End it, before it takes you to. But how do you destroy something that created you? That night, I heard something slurping. Not from a human mouth. From the bowl. I tiptoed toward the kitchen and froze. Mama was lying on the floor. Her eyes wide, mouth open, her body limp. Blood streamed from her nose, her chest. The red bowl sat beside her full. But I didn't feed it. It had fed itself.